And welcome back to Ozarks Live. Conrad Stump and Adrian Polson are back from the Springfield Greene County Library for another little book club meeting. Good to see you all.
Yeah, great to see you guys.
I know. Well, summer's here. You know, we need a good read or two or three or four.
Out by the pool.
Yes,
right, travel
exactly.
time, it's perfect.
Out by the pool, on the beach,
Yep.
whatever. Okay, so we have four really interesting titles for you today. Conrad, what do you say we start with you?
That sounds great to me.
Okay, our first book is called No Name. What are we going to name our book? I don't know. Let's call it No Name by Wilkie Collins.
By Wilkie Collins,
I'm
right?
going to hold this up and show you. So this is an old classic book, would you say?
Yes, right. So it's a classic. I mean, this is from the Penguin Classics line. And so I feel like a lot of us often say to ourselves, like, I wish I read more classics, but then we think about it and we fall asleep because it sounds extremely boring. So I want to introduce you to sensation fiction, which is exactly kind of what it sounds like. It's sensational. So there's murder, there's bigamy, there's a lot of duplicity. And so...
I like it so far.
Right, yeah. And so... the heroine of No Name is Magdalene Vanstone, and right when we meet her, she's 18, she's a little bit superficial, she's a lot spoiled, she is excited to start acting in this play, and she's engaged to be married. And so, right, it kind of sounds like a Jane Austen novel.
It does.
But then her parents die, and it turns out that her father was married before, he never got divorced, and that her parents were lying the entire time to everyone about their marriage, and so they weren't legally married. And so in the eyes of the law, Magdalene is illegitimate, and so she has no name, which is where the title comes from. She has no rights, she has no property, and so her entire family fortune goes to her father's estranged brother, and so it kind of sets her on this journey to reclaim her life and her inheritance, and, you know, so she does it through deception and disguise and through, you know, getting married under an assumed name. And it has a ton of twists and turns that, to me, make it as much as a page-turner as anything, you know, James Patterson might write. Like, it's really a page-turner, even though it is over 100 years old.
Yeah, from back in the 1860s at some point. And this guy, what was his name again? Is
Wilkie Collins.
Wilkie Collins was actually a friend of Charles Dickens.
Yeah, so I mean, they were like really close friends for most of their adult lives. I think they traveled together, and they definitely wrote back and forth about their writing.
Yeah.
So, and really, like, Charles Dickens is not sensation fiction, but there are a lot of things like that. I read Great Expectations, and right, it starts with a little boy meeting a convict in a cemetery, and it's just like, what? This is... I have been missing Charles Dickens my whole life. So there are classics that you can find that are really enjoyable to read, and it's not all a snooze fest.
Ask somebody at the library if you think you want to go there. All right, here's one by Stephen Graham Jones called Mongrels. Tell us about Mongrels.
Yeah, so right, the Springfield Greene County Library has a ton of great book discussion groups, and so I co-lead our horror book discussion group, which is called Donuts and Death. It's at 6 p.m. on the second Tuesday of the month at Hertz Donut on the Square. And so in Mongrels, we kind of follow this unnamed narrator from the age of 7 to 17. So his dad is absent, his mother died in childbirth, he's being raised by his grandfather, his aunt, and his uncle. And he loves hearing the stories that his grandfather tells about being a werewolf. And so he hopes that someday he will also transform into a werewolf like his grandfather and like the uncle that he idolizes.
My goodness.
But since he doesn't know if his parents ever transformed, there's this question of if he will, and that's kind of what drives the narrative.
Okay, so now you know a little bit more about where this one's going. Interesting. Okay, Adrian, we're going to talk about these. These are young adult, or at least this one is a young adult title called, and I love the title of this, Greetings from Witness Protection.
I used to think that one of my brother's friends was in the witness protection.
Okay, what's this book about real quick?
So it's about a young girl who is 13 and she's in foster care, and she gets picked to be part of a program where the marshals take children and put them in with families that need to be in the witness protection, and so that it helps disguise their family of they've never had a daughter before, and so they add what they don't have.
Right.
And then it turns out that she really helps them, and she actually they become family. So.
And I guess she's a feisty one. This,
yes.
The young lady in this book is a big feisty little girl.
They give her a taser, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, and this last one, Renegades by Marissa Meyer. This is a huge book, but real quick, what is this one about?
So Renegades is about, it's kind of superhero villain, but not like a cookie cutter. You don't really know who who is the villain and who is the superhero. So it's about a young girl who is trying to spy on the superheroes, and she kind of fights with, does she want to be a superhero, or does she want to still be a villain because of what happened to her family prior to that the superheroes did not help.
Okay, so there's a lot to sink your teeth into.
Yes,
For
yes.
sure.
At the pool or on the beach this summer. And remember, get your library card, log in. Like I
Yep.
said, it'll just be there at the drive-up window for
It's
you.
really great.
I know, it's the greatest thing ever. All right,
Yes.
Conrad and Adrian from the Springfield Greene County Library, thank you so much.
Yes, thank
I
you
think
very
the young
much.
adults, the one that I can
Yeah.
send my teeth into this
The
time.
list.
Yeah, good stuff. All right.